Hey, hello! Today I'm going to be drawing and talking about some of my old D&D OCs, because I had to redraw them all for a class sort of thing. I'm meant to be teaching for my art club on how to design D&D OCs. I thought while I'm doing that I'd provide the little character generator sheet so that you guys also have an activity to do while we're going. Yeah. So pause the video, grab some dice, and roll out your character compartments. Now, the first character we're going to be looking at of mine is also the first D&D character I ever played. This girl was a half-gnome sorcerer known as Alphabet Evergreen, and she was sort of meant to be a bit of an evil-coded character, though I ended up not being able to follow through very well with that because I felt bad whenever I made evil choices. She had a interesting time in her campaign in that we didn't ever actually get to finish it, because there was a falling out with some of the friends in the friend group and we just couldn't really play it without their characters, so she eventually had to be put to the side, which was very sad for me because I think the class I've had the most fun playing is the sorcerer. God, I always miss Magic Missile. It was fantastic. It made me actually feel useful in combat. The little floating skull thing she has there is Higgins. She had Haunted as one of her character backstory bits, and he was the spirit of her best friend who was inadvertently killed by some of her actions. She'd done a kind act and tried to heal I think it was a frost giant or something, except when he got back to full health, he actually ended up wiping out her entire hometown, so she went on a big revenge spiral. The next character is Electra Fox. She is the second D&D character. Actually, no, I think Palette might have come first, maybe. But Electra is actually the only D&D character I've played who actually got to get to the end of her campaign. She didn't get to experience much roleplay either though, because her campaign was more sort of like fighting focused. I did still enjoy playing her. She's an elf artificer. She specifically is a arms dealer who specializes in explosives, and I tried to sort of pull that through certain elements of her design, like the wild hair. I took a little bit of steampunk inspiration, though it's not quite a detailed enough outfit to really pull that through, though it does have its bits and pieces that are related. But yeah, she was fun to play. She was my semi-tragic lesbian. She had a unrequited crush on Alphabet. The two actually ended up raising two kids together. So yeah, Alphabet just was too oblivious to ever realize that Electra liked her. Bit too focused on her whole revenge thing. Alphabet, or Electra, I mean, also wasn't necessarily the best at expressing her feelings with anything other than explosives, so she ended up having two heads at one point because of some sort of like magic effect from something, and I was a bit distraught about it. This guy is one of my favorite designs. He was in the Acquisitions Incorporated campaign. His name is Quinton Washington, and he is the one bard I've played. I didn't do a great job as a bard, especially because I wasn't a magic specialization. Palette was a painter, and one of the quirks I liked to have when I was playing with him was I would get him to pick up sort of random substances along the journey to attempt to use as paint. I kind of wanted him to be a bit of a nutty artist archetype, but sort of a character who looked very sort of like serious or like a straight man. He's a Triton as well, I didn't mention that before. That's why he's a blue boy. No, I absolutely love his design. Sadly, Acquisitions Incorporated we didn't get to play much of because of the aforementioned friend group fallout. But I did really enjoy Quinton's design. He just, yeah, didn't get long to actually roleplay. It was so sad. I think I did the best with his pose as well out of these drawings, but that's probably just because I actually used a reference for a seated pose, because it was giving me such a hard time to begin with. But yeah, one of my friends pointed out he has trans colors. That was somewhat accidental, but it would be fun to read him like this. This other character I'm drawing now is Magnus, or Magnus Mro. He is my one barbarian I played, and he was meant to be a wild magic barbarian. He's also an Eladrin, which is a specific species of elf that's sort of vaguely related to the Fae, or at least they occur in the Fae Wilds. He was meant to have a connection to the Autumn King, except that his campaign got all of 3 sessions, which I was really upset about because I did a lot of prep work for him and I was really looking forward to playing him. He was going to be such a big himbo, but it just, yeah, didn't get much playtime. He is also Palette Quinton Washington's adoptive sibling and one of the 2 boys raised by Electra and Alphaba. I have drawn him better than this. Something about his face in this particular illustration just really upset me because it just didn't turn out how I wanted it to. I don't know what was wrong, I don't know what was annoying me, but something was, and I could not get past it, but I also didn't know enough to be able to fix it. He was meant to have a real autumny colour scheme, sort of like nice browns, yellows, etc., but yeah. This last character is Elanora Silverin. She is my Furbolg druid and the character I was most recently playing. Her campaign, sadly, also came to an end, but that was due to some incidents with the DM having their data they had on their homebrewed world completely deleted due to some sort of fault with the website they were storing everything on. And after that they were a bit disheartened and just never really ended up getting back to finishing stuff. Which was really sad, because I think Elanora was the best I've ever actually roleplayed. It's gonna have a bunch of fairy things coming in. I was so excited for her, but I also just, yeah, had a bunch of setup as well where I had other characters of mine having a traveling backstory with her. She was a researcher specifically for mushrooms as part of a gathering guild, or gatherers guild. There was meant to be a hunter guild and a gatherer guild. Everyone ended up being in the gatherer guild. We had just gotten to a drow city that was sort of under a cave. Yeah, exciting stuff was happening. Now it is not going to happen, but it's fine. She looks really pretty at least. Also went with a autumn color scheme because, like Magnus, she is from a area that's sort of intersected with the autumn court of the Fae. Yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you another time. Bye!